Best Bass Tournaments, it's Ben Green checking in. Cheers to a healthy, happy 2024 season. Catch 'em. Big Bass Tournament, BBT Bass. Everybody have a healthy and happy 2024.
Ladies and gentlemen, here we are with our first place champion in the Northern Division at Clear Lake. Yesterday was the Delta Wine with right around 90 some odd. These guys won that with 27 pounds. Then today they come back and win this one with 25 plus pounds, 25. These guys have whacked them. So they got the money for the first place, they got the options, and then it was a 2-day side bet. They got that money too. So I got the team of
Simpson, Perez.
Chris, you guys were on something that there was nice fish. They were solid. What are you doing? There was a lot of guys that just blanked, and there was a lot of guys that caught the 3-pound fish. What were you doing differently to catch these fish?
I mean, we literally sat in one 50-yard stretch all day, never moved. We moved at like 11:30 right before we had to come back in. Yesterday, we caught most of our weight on a depth Sakamata shad. And then today, we caught, I think, one that we weighed in on it. The rest all came on a scum frog.
So they kind of moved up.
Yeah, I don't know if it was because we had sunny skies today. They pushed a little bit tighter into the grass. But yesterday, it just seemed like they were in this one little pocket/lane, type thing. And every time we'd go through there, every 30, 45 minutes, we'd catch 1-2 fish. And then, same thing throughout the day. I mean, we'd give it 30, 45 minute break, come back, get 1 to 2 bites, and then you get nothing.
So it's holding good fish.
Yeah.
How do you find a spot that is holding that 5-pound average style fish when most guys are catching these fish that are 15 to 30 fish and they're nothing but 3-pounders? Do you believe that the 5-pounders are not with the 3-pounders, or what is your thoughts in regards to that?
We were around a lot of boats this morning, and between a couple weekends ago when we were up here and found some good fish, we established that most of where the boats were that were near us were around the fish that were the 2 to 3 pounds, maybe 3.5 pounds. And this one little gully we were in, everything was from 4 to 4.5 to 5. And we just stayed consistent in there. Nobody tried to move in on us. Everybody was content with where they were, and we were content with where we were, and just stayed on it all day.
So when you're throwing this bait, so you're throwing and you're catching them, tell me the way you're rigging this stuff up.
Test everything. Depth.
We were both throwing 14 with the Sakamata shad, just a 5-aught. It's like a fluke. You're just fishing like a fluke. With a frog, 65-pound test. We only throw scum frogs, black. Everybody's wondering why we're throwing black. That's just a color we have confidence in. It's a color I throw all the time, whether it's here or on the river. And they were not in the grass like they were a couple weeks ago when it was real hot. They were in pockets. You had openings within the grass, and that's where they would eat. But they wouldn't eat on top of the grass for us today.
Bobby Barrett talks about the dark ones. He catches the bigger ones, but he catches a lot more with the lighter color ones. Sounds like you found that same subject, that subject line.
That's just the color I stick with. I don't throw a whole lot. Maybe sometimes the gold or white here or there, but black is all. I think it imitates a crawl, and then on top of it, the way they sit in the water, they don't sit like all the other frogs. They sit up, straight up and down. It looks like a crawl hanging down or whatever. That's what I go with, but that's my confidence. That's what I stay with.
Okay, I'm going to come right back to you. Anybody you want to thank? You've had 2 days of a great fishing. Anybody you want to thank?
Yeah, B.A.S.S, friends, family. You guys, as I said yesterday, you guys put on a great event. Depths, the list goes on, but yeah.
Nice. Anybody you want to thank?
My wife, for sure. Let me be up here for a couple days. Let me come up here.
Is there a dinner involved with your wife when you go back home?
If she wants dinner. I was thinking about dessert, but...
You've been away too long.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. No, you guys, absolutely. You guys always run a fun event. Like that you're so into your anglers. That's awesome. And then American Bait Works and Scum Frog.
That scum frog is just been a hot treat, and the popping one really works well. A lot of guys are talking about that one. But any other sponsors that are new in your listing?
Astro guy gets us a slide in there every time. So yeah, absolutely. I can thank Curtis Howard for that.
He hooked you up with that one because I know he really know how to get into that kind of stuff.
He does, even being as old as he is, he does.
Yeah, anybody you want to thank anymore? You're done? You're good? You're good. Well, thank you, Curtis Howard, for taking care of what they need in life, and it's all good, dude. Ladies and gentlemen, our champions, give them a round of applause if you would, please.
Tournaments wants to thank our partners and you anglers for coming out and supporting us.